In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some of the best trading platforms and softwares to use in 2021 on a budget. So let's get into that right now. Starting off today with the trading platform. So the first one on my list, this is for both live trading and backtesting. This is TradingView. So this will look familiar to you, and you can get a free trial. There's affordable options as well. I got the Pro version, which allows you to do most of the stuff, but the Pro Plus I didn't really need too much, so I chose for the Pro. But there's so many different options that you can do. But with this, when you first subscribe or when you first sign up, even on a free trial, it's going to look something like this. So you can customize it how you want to. There is downsides in the respect that on the free trial you will be able to access some things, just not all the things. Therefore it's entirely up to you, but I do recommend it. So when you first get it, it's going to look something like this. I've got dark theme and everything, so as we can see, these are my chart layouts. I've just created a new one for you to see something what it's going to look like. But I have mine, as you can see, dark theme, all nice and color coordinated like I want to and I prefer to. That's how I have my charts, and it's pretty simple to be able to customize everything. So you have all the different options here on the left hand side, as you can see, trend lines, horizontal rays, vertical lines. And what you can do is, as you start to build this out, you can start to add favorites. So we've got, what have we got in here? We've got text, we've got call outs, we've got nothing from there. Rectangles, curves, we've got long positions, short positions, i.e. something like this. So that allows you to see the risk to reward tool. So if you've got, for example, a 3-to-1 with a 40 pip start, it's quite large, not something that I use anymore. But you can see the risk to reward ratio is just above 3-to-1. So this helps you to identify, okay, this is my stop loss, this is what I'm looking at, and this is purely for analysis purposes. You can enter and connect your broker on these platforms. So all you would need to do is, as you can see, as soon as you drop down here, I think it's down here, you can connect brokers. So you've got FXCM, Saxo, a couple of other brokers as well. Now you can connect it. I don't personally choose to connect it just because I like my analysis and broker completely separate, just for security purposes. But if you want to, you can completely like to do it. The only downside that I would say personally is that you do see the monetary amount flowing. So if you want to see price go up and down in monetary values, then that's entirely up to you, but it is an option. But overall, TradingView, a great platform. This is a desktop app, so this is new. It used to be just a website, but now they've just released this, which is incredible for the platform itself. So really good, really high quality charts, as you can see, really detailed, and everything you need to be able to analyze and take trades how you choose to and how you prefer to. Now, the second trading platform I wanted to discuss is called MT4, which stands for MetaTrader 4. So a lot of you watching this video will already be familiar with this platform, which is great. But for those of you who don't, and a couple of key details I want to discuss in regards to this as well, from a backtesting point of view, this is a great platform. It allows you to, it's very quick, especially when it comes to live trading. I haven't fully got into, I don't use this day to day in terms of live trading just yet, but I have had a taste so far. But when it comes to using it, I'd be pretty confident because it's very quick, it's very accurate, and it's overall just a good platform to use, which is why it's been around for years and years and years, because it's accurate and people love to use it, including myself. So when you get the platform, you can create your own templates, you can do this and that and customize it, and of course there's a lot of tutorials and good tutorials on YouTube that allow you to customize it how you like it, set it up. So you don't need me to fully go over that today, just to show you around and show you a few different things. But overall, it's a great platform, and I use this for mainly backtesting right now. But as I said, I will be live trading soon on this. But for right now, you can download the MT4 app on your phone, which is that I use to execute live positions. But as far as backtesting goes, it's really good. The only downside to TradingView, which I never mentioned before, from a backtesting point of view, if you're only going back on the 1 hour chart or the 4 hour or the daily or even the 15-minute, it's a very good platform to use for backtesting. But I find any lower than that, it cuts the data. For example, if you're trying to go back on the 5-minute chart, you can only go back at this point in time to, I think it's the start of 2020, I believe. So what this allowed me to do, and I'm going to talk about this in a minute, which is another platform that I use to backtest, has allowed me to go back in time, 10 years prior, 5 years prior, 3 years prior, and just see the accurate data at that time to be able to gather that data, collect it, to cement more my edge in the market, so that I've got that 3, 4, 5 years to track that data to see how my strategy has performed over time, which gives me the confidence. So if you guys want the same, that's going to be helpful for you too. The platform I was just talking about here is integratable into this platform, MT4. One thing I will mention actually, this is a MacBook. What I had to do is Windows is not supported obviously on this, but you have to download it separately. So if you download Windows separately, you can get this, and you just have to download Parallels as well. So Parallels on Windows, you can then run MT4 on Mac, and yeah, it hasn't slowed my computer down, hasn't done too much, so I'm pretty happy with it, and it allows me to go back and forth from my normal MacBook to then Windows 10 pretty quickly to use this whenever I choose to. So it's very helpful. But in terms of the backtesting platform, I use something called the Soft4FX Forex Simulator. So if you do want to go and check that out, I'm not affiliated with this or anything, but it's a great platform and I do really like it. So I would highly recommend it, and it allows you to, it gives you this, so you can go forward, you can go back, and you can just test the data, like I said, 5 years prior, 3 years prior, on the lower time frames or the higher time frames. And on TradingView, you can use the replay mode and go back and forth, and if you made a mistake, you can kind of go back to it, and you can on this, but you can program it so that it won't let you reverse, so you just literally take the live trades as they are. If you miss out, you miss out, you can't go back. So it's really helpful and gives you an accurate point of view of how your strategy performs, and adds more confidence because it's real life data. So I would highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. Economic calendars. So what do we have? First and foremost, we have Forex Factory. So this is my personal favorite. I don't use this day to day like normal day traders do. I use this once a week to check what news is coming out for the week. Do I need to pay attention to anything? Is there something that takes my interest? Just briefly overview of what's happening for that week, just that I know, okay, Wednesday evening there's going to be FOMC, Friday there's NFP, that kind of brief understanding. So I don't use it on a detailed level because I don't need to, but if your strategy or your style acquires you to do that, then it's a great website to use for sure. So what this allows you to do is, this is the week of filming. So we've got 17th of Jan to the 23rd. These are all the news announcements on Forex Factory for the week ahead. So what you can do though is, because there's a lot of different noises in here, so as you can see, we've got the yellow impact news, which is a very low impact news. They're not really going to make too much difference, to be completely honest. What you really want to be looking out for is the red impact news. So if we just filter this and we get rid of everything except for the red ones, which is the high impact, then you can see these are the news announcements that are going to be more news announcements that you want to pay attention to, especially things like unemployment rate, unemployment change, any speeches because of unexpected news announcements, things like that. So in terms of that, it's a very good platform. Now I mainly do use this, but I'm going to give you two more to check out as well. So the first one is on investing.com, and this gives you an economic calendar as well. So once again, very similar laid out to Forex Factory. You can see high impact news is with 3 stars, I would guess, and then the 1 impact is just the 1 star, and it gives you all the news for the week ahead, which is very helpful. And then last but not least, we also have something called FinViz. So once again, it's very similar. You have the impact, so yellow is pretty much low volatility, medium volatility, and then high volatility. So this gives you an overall view of the week ahead, very similar to the other two, but I do prefer, if I'm completely honest, Forex Factory, but this is your preference and your preference only. Now, in terms of a trading journal, you're gonna wanna have a trading journal if you haven't already. It is essential, in my opinion, to have a trading journal. Tracking your performance. What is your profit and loss like? How many wins comparative to losses and break-evens are you having? What does your edge look like? All these kind of data, your strike rate, your win rate, your loss rate, time of day, all these kind of things are very important to your performance. And number one, to be able to recognize if you're doing something right and if you're doing something wrong, and be able to track that and be able to tweak that if necessary. So it's highly essential, in my opinion, that you have a trading journal. I do have one, but because it's more so third party, I will be holding off on that right now, but I will create one for you guys in the future, so you can use that back and forth whenever you choose to. So look out for that in the future over the next few months. I will definitely do that for you. In terms of Other things, so you can use, in terms of trading journal itself, I use Google Drive, but you can also use things like Microsoft Excel, Notes. You can use pretty much anything. I would recommend more so Google Drive and Microsoft Excel because they're clean. It allows you to add up things, add sums, formulas in place to be able to automate things for you so that not everything is manual, which is always an added extra. Now, in terms of more so advanced self-review trading wise, this is where I'll have screenshots. I'll track my psychology, track my performance, track my trade management, all those kind of in-depth questions you wouldn't mention in a standard trading journal. This is where these two platforms come in handy. So this is the platform that I used to use, which is called Evernote. And once again, you can get this for free, but you can also get this for paid upgrade as well. So let's take a look at this. So this is the kind of standard layout. You can have dark theme on both platforms, which is obviously a subtle difference, but as you can see, we can organize everything. So whether it comes to businesses, projects, trading, it's very helpful to have. So you can share documents, you can add images, screenshots, just helps you to be able to organize everything within your life, trading and not just trading too. So always good to have that. As you can see, basic version is for free, premium $4.99, business $10.99, so it's entirely up to you which you choose, if you do choose. And then the second platform, which we're going to finish off on, is called Notion. Now, I switched from Evernote up to Notion. Evernote was really good. I just found that Notion was a lot more organized, even though this one was organized too. As you can see, there's already an animation. It shows you how you can keep everything organized in schedules, when it comes to business, trading, sports, goals, life in general, personal goals, whatever it is, you can organize it in this platform. So it becomes very, very easy to be able to do and organize everything. As you can see, probably recognize this stuff if you have used it already, but if you haven't, I highly recommend checking this out. It's a great platform, and a lot of big companies do use this as well. So I do highly recommend this. Check this out for yourself and let me know what you think in regards to this platform. So I hope this video was helpful for you in regards to trading platforms and softwares. Do consider these, do check them out, do have a look at these because they are very helpful to use and actually optimize your trading performance and your trading journey too. So check those out, a lot of them are for free as well, and let me know what you think. But until next time, see you soon.